Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Amazing here. I have probably recorded videos like this, I want to say 20 times, and just never done anything with them because I just did not have the time or care enough to do anything with the audio. But what is this video? You're probably seeing the title and you're thinking, what in the hell is he doing? And you know, I don't know. This is just a ramble, kind of just like me talking. I uploaded a video like this, God, over a year ago at this point. That was more scriptured, scripted a little bit. I'm not gonna edit this at all, take any of the fucking problems with it out, because I want to make a commitment to you guys to put shit out, and I have a very difficult time doing that because I am so anal about the details about everything I put online, that everything kind of gets swept under my radar because of that anality. So this is an effort to put shit out without really having to edit it. Just, you know, here it is, there it is, fucking, you like it or you don't, I don't care, I'm putting it out there. For the people that just want to, you know, engage with what I am doing more. So that being said, what is the title of this video? Something with memes. And I picked that deliberately because I'm considering turning this topic into a full-fledged video on the primary channel. Wanted to pilot my thoughts here in the second channel. I may do this in the future, actually, with more video ideas that are going around in my head so people can actually get to see them. That actually might be a really good idea. I'm looking for engagement with this overall. I want to really see what you guys like, put things out that, you know, are going to engage with you on a level that, you know, just putting out, you know, this quality over quantity type framework isn't really doing. So with regards to the actual topic, now that we're like 2 minutes into the video, ideas for me are very powerful. They are like the network, the matrix in which things actually come into existence. I can't begin to speak. You can't listen to this without me having the idea of what I want to say. For instance, you know, you can't sit on a chair without the guy who actually makes it having an idea of what that chair should look like. There is nothing which exists, which we engage with, which is not in some way fundamentally rooted in an idea. And using Richard Dawkins' definition of the meme, a meme is just a collective idea. You know, if a bunch of neurons make up a brain, and the brain is that which has ideas as spread throughout those neurons, a meme is that idea which exists in the social collective brain as spread out through individual minds. And that is to say, memes are the aggregate social consciousness at work. And, you know, I don't just mean fucking Doge memes or, I don't know, Karen took the kids, some bullshit like that. Funny as they are, and they are definitely memes because they adhere to the definition. I mean, if I do make this a video, I would definitely mention that because that was the impetus for, you know, me actually thinking of this. But overall, the degree to which a group or society at large engages with a particular idea is the degree to which that idea is mimetic in nature. And, you know, when I say memes of the future, like in the past and the present, I mean to say that as a whole, you know, if the mind at its core operates on ideas, well then society as the social mind necessarily operates on the outgrowth of those ideas in other minds. So you have memes, and in a sense, agriculture's a meme, you know? You can't fucking put shit out there without people having the idea of agriculture, and, you know, you can't have a crop rotational system, which early peoples did, without multiple people having the idea of agriculture. So, intrinsically, memes fucking created the agricultural revolution. You couldn't have capitalism without multiple people thinking, you know, we should have machines do some shit and people work on those machines. Memes created capitalism. And, to that effect, you couldn't have the internet without multiple people thinking I should put information on this nodal structure which exists from computer to computer, network to network, either. And in that way, memes created the internet. And that's very profound, I think. We get so caught up in the day-to-day of everyday life. we try to impress other people, we try to do our best, etc., that we fail to forget, my God. We fail to remember, and so we do forget that we're operating in a network of contingencies and ideas which are not necessarily our own, but are contextualizations of the memes we engage with. And it sounds like such a fucking pretentious statement, but when you think about it, what you're doing right now is engagement with a meme. You're engaging with the internet as a collective idea from which you can obtain information. And what you're doing right now, even the process of entertainment itself, is a mimetic idea, listening to someone to get something out of that, is your participation in the social will, which is instantiated in those many memes that we have. And there's something there. There's something there that I think ought to be more readily known and available to people. There's something that I think we should be engaging with and trying to deal with, that if we know for certain that these mass ideas are the root of what is allowing society to function, we ought to have some kind of means, not necessarily to regulate those ideas, but to record, and Reddit does that shit, but to regard these ideas for what they are. I mean, Christianity's a meme. But, I mentioned agricultural industrial revolutions before, too. And so those ideas have their proper contexts in anthropology or religious studies or political economy, and we segment them into these academic studies. And it creates this kind of disjunction among things, as opposed to a conjunction, which is a union. A disjunction is a separation. And it makes the world seem like this fragmented place where people are studying these abstruse things for no reason, or merely for some kind of, educational high ground or something. Like they want to sniff their own ass or some shit, like when they talk. I don't know. But when I read shit, that ain't the way I interpret it. It's this connection. It's this perpetual connection, this rootedness that is in everything, that when you look at things as being in terms of their social reality, that is their mimetic reality, that connectedness becomes more readily apparent. And so what I wanted to ultimately get at here is, with the internet, with the outgrowth of and the physicality of memes with which an individual can actually, take his idea and have it be transformed into a meme. And that's something actually I also wanted to bracket off, is to say that the internet is the means, it is the natural social consequence of the human condition, in a way. This is very abstract, so I don't know how well this would become a video on my primary channel, but regardless. Because if you consider the human condition as an activity of the mind, which it necessarily is, we know from biology that human consciousness and reasoning most likely arose from the need to deceive other people and therein to engage with other people. If that's the case, and mind-to-mind connection, and necessarily then hierarchy as a result, spreading other ideas in other minds, is something that it takes place naturally, then of course it should make sense that some kind of physical manifestation of that is a consequence. That likely, well, yeah, we can't just be having this person-to-person interaction. I mean, that's the whole idea of a university, is that we need to create the best ideas and educate the best minds in those ideas. But with the internet, you have this further decentralization of that, and you have this really physicality which takes the university from this institution and disperses it among anyone who wishes to participate in it. And it transforms it not merely from an educational or pedagogical type of thing into something that really is precisely what the human condition is, which is the relation of mind to mind. It doesn't need to be like you're teaching anyone anything. It's just an expression. That's what I'm doing right now, expressing myself because I want to. And you're listening because you want to. Or you clicked off and you're not. And that's the free choice. That's your choice to engage with this meme any way you want to. And so what I ultimately want to get at therein is that memes online now are no different from memes of the past. You see cults online. What's his name? Fucking Applewhite comes to mind. That was in the 90s, though. But, I mean, if you could create a meme which was cult-like in some way and which had some kind of appeal to it, some kind of ideological framework which appealed to mass society, or at least mass internet society in some way, and it appealed to the ethos and the pathos of that society, that is to say, that which makes that society see some kind of authority in something, and that which, makes that society online emotional about something. generally through comedy, you could create a movement which is beyond anything that could have ever have been imagined before. And people already do that now with social, social influencers. But you can do more. I just attended a lecture some days ago about data collection online. And I don't know the direction people are going to take this, but for me, the consequence I see is the interpretation of data, millions of pieces of data, into a framework, an ideological framework of the memes that constitute our society. And from that can be abstracted a general pathology of society. And if that can be known, in the same way you could know the pathology of a person through some kind of psychotherapy, you can appeal to that pathology almost perfectly, and you can destroy that initial pathology and replace it with something else. And that's what psychotherapy aims to do, especially in the case of, say, narcissism, where there's, according to Freudian theory, the creation of a false self. And if you could do that on a societal level through memes, where, I'm not even talking as a joke, I'm talking really, if you're understanding a meme as this, idea which is instantiated in many minds, you could absolutely transform the human condition. And I don't think that's far away. All you need is the right person at the right time to do that. And of course the right data. Or someone who just understands the human condition well enough. And so when I say memes of the future, as in the title, they won't just exist as a piece of the future. They will literally be the future. They're already becoming the future. As brands compete with your, or for your attention, the degree to which you express yourself will be expressed in terms of the meme, will be expressed in terms of the other idea. Insofar as today we participate in social institutions with regards to those ideas, i.e., you talk about, oh, I saw this TV show, I saw that TV show. That shit didn't exist 500 years ago. You fucking kidding me? Well, they were fucking watching Sticks or something. They didn't have that kind of commonality. They had commonality in a type of participatory activity. Not to say that it's better or worse. I'm just saying that this is a consequence I see that I'd like to express. That's all. There's no normativity here. This is merely a descriptive statement about the things I see. No good or bad being attached to it. It's something that I think ought to be more widely known, and people ought to be conscious of, because we really have normalized it insofar as present society exists, because we don't think about ideas. We think about our interactions, because we are necessarily social creatures, but those interactions are contingent on ideas. And when those ideas can themselves be manipulated, or can themselves be dictated, the entire consciousness of society is dictated. Or maybe not, I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to put this out here as a test, because I don't know what people want to listen to. I put out music type videos now, but I think about a lot more shit. There's a lot more shit that I want to say. How many people are going to watch this? I don't know. 600, if that. But please comment. Like, if you did watch this, please comment. I do want to know what you thought about it, because I like really and truly expressing what I think about things. Even if I'm not 100% correct, it's very enjoyable for me. It's what I like to do. And of course, I know not everything that I like is going to be received well. So then here we are. See you guys in the next video. Comment below.